have we got a surprise for you guys.
Yeah, so before the episode starts, about to start in like about 30 seconds, but we are doing a signed T.Y. Hilton jersey giveaway. It's going to be through the podcast Twitter at FatherSonFF. You got to go over there, follow that Twitter. There'll be a tweet about that. You got to retweet it, and the way you enter is by submitting a 5-star review to us, and you have to have proof of that. So screenshot that 5-star review and DM it to at FatherSonFF. The tweet will be there for more instructions, but man, we're excited to give this away. Probably get away in 3 weeks.
You want these jerseys. Look at this. Still in the package, people.
It's still in the package, brand new, signed T.Y. Hilton jersey giveaway. And
you want this jersey. It looks so good. I want to open it up right now and put it on.
You can't put it on. You got to frame that thing. It's beautiful. It's good quality. It's a jersey, and it's signed by T.Y. Hilton himself. So, yeah, that's a jersey giveaway. Go over to at FatherSonFF to find out more details about that. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode, Dad.
Let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Father-Son Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Paul.
My name is Justin, and we are back. We're doing another mock draft episode. We are joined by Tom and Bart again. As you saw last episode, we did a Superflex mock draft. Today, we're doing a normal mock draft, so 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, tight end, and we're doing 2 flex, no kicker, no defense, and 5 bench spots. Keep it simple. And how you guys doing today? What's up, Bart?
What's up, Tom and Bart?
I'm having a great time. Always a wonderful time to be at the Toth residence, enjoying my drafts, and rocking them all.
Yeah, thanks for having us, bud. Paul made up some nice friggin' meatballs and sausage and chicken on the grill. It was awesome.
Got some beers flowing.
Bart had a little bit of extra sausage, but...
Don't forget you got Bobby drafting from...
Yeah, we have another member of a home league drafting from his home. He's not going to be here. You won't be able to hear him, but you're going to see how bad he drafts. And... before we get into today's episode, you can follow me on Twitter at JustinFSFF. You can follow the podcast Twitter at FatherSonFF. And over there, we're doing a T.Y. Hilton autographed jersey giveaway. And that's going to be going away August 2nd, or 75 5-star reviews, whichever comes first. You can go over there, write a 5-star review, screenshot it, DM it to at FatherSonFF to get submitted for the drawing. And we're also doing a listener league. That will be in the description below. We start off a new YouTube channel. Also be in the description below. We do this guy or that guy. We have episodes up right now. It's Christian McCaffrey or Saquon Barkley. Who you taking there? And then we also posted one the other day of Odell Beckham Jr. or Julio Jones. So go over there, check it out, watch the videos, leave a like, subscribe if you're new over there for bonus episodes like that. But let's get into today's draft. So, like I said, PPR, standard draft. We're going to figure out the order right now. And here we go. Randomizing. My dad got the 1 pick. Bart got the 12 pick. I got the 3 pick. Bob got the 4 pick. And Tom, you're in the 8 pick. Tom doesn't like the number 8, so he's really upset. That's not the middle? It's a 16-team league? No. So we're going to start it off. Dad, you're at the 1 pick. I know who you're going to take, but let's begin this draft.
I got to take Barkley right here. He's my number 1.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You should take the best pick, which will be Zeke.
I just did. For me, it's either Barkley or McCaffrey at number 1. There's no question.
Yeah, Barkley and McCaffrey number 1, and guess who went? Barkley and McCaffrey. I'm going to take Ezekiel Elliott. Same thing I had last draft. I mean, I'll take Zeke all day, I guess. You know?
Number 3, how can you not?
You can't not. And I guarantee you Bob is upset right now because he likes Zeke, and he's probably going to go Kamara. I read him like a book. He went Kamara.
Yep.
Following that went Devontae Adams, then DeAndre Hopkins, and David Johnson. Tom, don't pick Le'Veon Bell here. Don't make the wrong decision. Who are you looking at here, though? You're looking at Le'Veon Bell at number 8?
It's hard not to. It's hard not to take Le'Veon Bell. But you know what? I'll go different this one. I'll go Julio Jones.
Yes. There you go. That's a good pick right there.
I'll go receiver this
Julio,
time.
then Le'Veon, then Melvin Gordon, Odell. Now, Bart, you're sitting here at 12 spot. How much does your strategy change from drafting at 12 spot than like the middle of the draft? Because you know you're not going to get another pick for 24 picks.
You know, it's really interesting because it's not so much the strategy of what I'm going to draft, but rather what's going to come to me. And at this point, at the end of the draft, to me, it's all about what's coming at the wide receiver position. So I'm taking Michael Thomas, and I'm not sleeping like a baby. I'm thinking Juju Smith-Schuster.
That's the way to do it, except for you should have took Odell one. Never mind. That's 2 you got to take right there. If Odell was still there, we take Odell over Michael Thomas or no?
For sure.
Odell and Juju's a very nice start.
That's a great start. It's just a tough spot to draft from because now you got to wait 24 picks.
Yeah, so whenever I'm at the 12 spot, I sometimes find myself reaching because you kind of have to, or else you're not going to get the guy because you have to wait so long.
That's correct.
And following Juju pick went Travis Kelce and Joe Mixon and Antonio Brown. And Tom, you're up again, and unfortunately Le'Veon Bell did not make it back to you, and your boy Antonio Brown also didn't make it back to you. So what are you looking at here?
It's tough. I mean, there's a lot of good guys. You got James Conner, Gurley, Dalvin Cook. Definitely not Tyreek, but Mike Evans. Oh, man.
Oh, man. What are you looking at? Running back or wide receiver?
You know what? Everybody's going to dog it out, but you know what? I'm gonna go with 2 top 5 guys.
That takes the injury risk on Todd Gurley. Then following that went Tyreek Hill, then Dalvin Cook, then James Conner. Bob is on the clock. Probably going to take Damian Williams or Mike Evans here. So he's up on the clock right now. So Bart is sitting with Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster. Tom's sitting with Julio, Todd Gurley, which if this was before the arthritis, I'd be looking a lot better and probably like your dynasty team. But Mike Evans, I called it.
You did.
Sniped it again. Now, this is where I hate the early picks because you're coming back and you got tough decisions to do it.
You got a lot of great decisions.
But it's like, who do you... Like, this is where you can mess up your draft in a way.
No,
you take the wrong guy, you're going too slow. But guess what? I'm going to go Nick Chubb here, and I'm going running back. So I have 2 solid running backs who should get some work, both in good offenses, following me and Aaron Jones. Dad, what are you looking at here?
It's a no-brainer for me. I'm taking Damian Williams, who I like a lot this year. And then on the back him up with T.Y. Hilton, take my first wide receiver off the board.
T.Y. Hilton jersey giveaway coming soon. And
Yep.
my dad just took him in the 3rd round. He's probably going top 12 most of the days. So if you guys want a top 12 wide receiver who gets the yards every single year, him and Julio are the 2 yards guys in the NFL, I like to say. Would you say so, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely.
Those 2 guys ever get over 1,400 plus yards, I feel like it's close.
Yep.
to.
Paulie, take the jersey off.
Yeah, take the jersey off. Get that thing back in
Come
the bag.
on, it's still in the bag.
So then
The
after
creases
that,
are gone.
You guys want this jersey? Come on now, don't make me open it.
Just get your 5-star reviews in and DM it to @FatherSonFF to get submitted. So then following T.Y. Hilton went Leonard Fournette. And I'm just thankful I'm drafting with you, Dad, for not taking Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper, AJ Green, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen. I'm going to go Adam Thielen here. I think you get the consistency there, and I have to go consistency in my first couple rounds, so that way I don't have my team fall apart on me. So I take Adam Thielen over Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper. I can see the argument for any of those guys, but as my wide receiver 1, I want someone who's going to get me points every week, and Amari Cooper is very volatile week to week, and hopefully this year you see more consistency come from him. And Patrick Mahomes goes in the 3rd round of the draft by Bob, which I think you're going to see him go there most times. And then following that, Marlon Mack. Following that, also went AJ Green, then Keenan Allen. Tom, you're on the board. What are you looking at here?
You know what? I wanna go wide receiver, but I just can't do it.
I think with Todd Gurley here, I think you kind of got to go running back just to secure it.
You know what? I'm gonna go with somebody I know you don't like.
Whoa,
but you know
whoa.
what? I'm gonna take him because I know he's gonna be a monster this year.
Because why?
The
Let's hear
boy
why.
can catch the ball.
catch
He
the
can
ball?
run the ball.
Man,
And he's the only
He has never
guy
topped
there.
1,100 yards in the season. He has never topped 1,100 yards in the season. He's undersized. He's 4
I'm
years
gonna
ago.
take Devontae Freeman.
You can take him. I'm not hating. I think Derrick Henry's a better option than him, personally. I'm a big Derrick Henry truther, and I would take Marlon Mack over him, but Marlon Mack already went.
We'll leave him to the big guy. See what he does.
So Devontae Freeman off the board.
Yeah, you're up, Art.
All right. So here's where I'm at the 12th spot. So I have a lot of tough time in these cases not going ahead and selecting. The problem I think at the end of the draft is when you pick 2 wide receivers, you don't really want to go wide receiver. But I love wide receiver here at this point. So guess what? I'm picking Julian Edelman because I love that pick right there. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and live and die with Derrick Henry as well. So I'm going to take him as my number 1 running back.
Good job, Justin. He would have took another wide receiver.
Hey, I like those 3 wide receivers, especially in PPR league. You're going to get guys that are all very capable of getting over 100 catches. And then Derrick Henry has the opportunity to lead the league in rushing this year. It's very possible. It's probably not what you're expecting, but it's possible. And their offensive lineman just got suspended for 4 games for PED use, so that's probably going to hurt him a little bit. But, hey, after week 4, he's going to be lighting it up. And following that one, Brandon Cooks and Josh Jacobs and Mark Ingram. Tom, you're back on the board. What are you looking at here? You have 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver.
I was thinking about going tight end, doing a little Zach Ertz, but...
Zach Ertz in the 4th round is a pretty good value.
I know. I have a hard time doing it, though. I'm gonna go with the wide receiver. I'm gonna go with Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay is the pick there. Then following that one, David Montgomery, then Zach Ertz, then Kerryon Johnson, Bob is up. I can see him going Robert Woods or probably Philip Lindsay here, just based off his techniques. And I sniped it again. He went Philip Lindsay. I'm on the board, and I will gladly take Robert Woods all day right there. Thank you. So following that one, Calvin Ridley, Dad, you're up here. You're looking a little stressed out.
I don't like the number 1 pick, and just for this reason, round 4 and 5, I just don't like the options right there because you got to go back to back.
It's a wraparound.
Yeah, it is a wraparound. I like James White as a running back right there. I like Lockett as a wide receiver. Chris Carson is not a bad pick because I think even though Penny's got volume there, he's probably going to get volume. So I'm going back to back. I'm going to stick to my guns and take James White as my running back.
Big James White guy. I'll put the table bets on the board with James White. Who do you want to do?
Not right
James
now.
White! What's that? That Rex Burkhead out produces him?
No, Damian Harris, baby.
So my wide receiver right here, I do like Chris Godwin. But to be a little different, I'm going to take the number 1 in Seattle, Tyler Lockett.
Oh, Tyler Lockett off the board. Cooper Kupp off the board. Thank you, Dad, for not taking Chris Godwin. Thank you very much. I'll take Chris Godwin in the 5th round all day with my 3rd wide receiver.
No problem with that.
And Tyler Lockett's not a bad pick. I would probably take Tyler Lockett, Ridley, or Godwin there. And
Come on,
hopefully
Justin.
guarantee 1 and 3.
Who's he going to take, Justin?
Who's going to take here? DJ Moore or OJ Howard?
Yep, because he is a rankings guy. That's who he's taking.
DJ Moore or OJ Howard, I'm saying here.
He might even take. What did he take?
Chris Carson. I was looking there. I thought he was
Oh, he must
Took
be
Chris
listening.
Carson. First one in tonight for you, Bob. It's okay. OJ Howard followed that, then Kenyon Drake, then Andrew Luck. Tom's on the clock. Cam Newton is still available.
Oh,
How enticing is that?
He is. But you know what? I'm going to build the team that kick your guys' ass this time. So
Whoa!
I'm taking some Sonny Michelle.
Some Sonny with the knee scopes? What's your team name?
Sonny!
Oh, wait! I know what you're doing here. You're drafting Sonny Michelle and Gurley for one good leg of each.
They can hobble in the end zone.
Joint players, Sonny Michelle, Jarvis Landry, Mike Williams, DJ Moore. Bart, you're going to make one pick right here, and we're going to stop and do a roster review.
Oh,
So
boy.
just do one if you
All
want.
right. So I'm looking at my team. I have 3 wide receivers, 1
This
running
is
back.
the good thing about zero RB, though. You get to pound out a running back.
And I take a long time, huh? Really, you guys should be ashamed of yourself.
You know what? You can bite me.
Oh,
Ooh.
really?
Yeah.
Any gun sounds?
That sounds...
I'm going to take tight end, just get it off. I'm going to go ahead and take Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram is the pick over Hunter Henry.
I like
Over
that. I
on
like that.
Interesting. Okay, so let's go with our roster here. Let's start with the number 1 pick. Dad, you're rolling out right now. No quarterback yet, which I think is a good decision in 1 quarterback leagues. You have Saquon Barkley, Damian Williams, T.Y. Hilton, Tyler Lockett, and at the flex spot, James White. How do you think he's doing so far, Tom?
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. I like the upside with the running back of Damian Williams. I don't like that James White pick in the 4th round at all.
Well, like I said, I don't like the 1 pick. My first 3, I started out really good, but in the 4th and 5th round, going back to back to reach around, you got to really. There's a lot of guys to choose from, and I do not like.
Did you just say
I do
reach
not,
around?
Yes, I did, and I do not like them guys in that area. So you try to make the best of what you got there.
Yeah, I hear you right there. Except for that reach around part. But my team over here at the 3 pick, I have Zeke, Chubb. Chubb's going to be penetrating some defensive lines this year.
He's
He's
Did you just say penetrating?
going to be
Penetrating?
penetrating some
What
defensive
is wrong with this
He's going to be
podcast?
penetrating some defensive lines this year. He has Zeke, Chubb, Adam Thielen, Robert Woods, and Chris Godwin. I love my team. I'm the best. All right, and then Bob, you're sitting over here. He's got Patrick Mahomes, Alvin Kamara, Philip Lindsay, Mike Evans, and Chris Carson. A really running back heavy approach with a QB early. And then you're going over to Tom's team. Who do you got, Tom?
Oh, Julio, Gurley, Devontae Freeman, Galladay, Sonny Michelle.
Knee scope team.
Doing some balance.
All pro hospital team.
Could be. But you know what? It could be awesome, too.
And I don't know what it is, but you just like in your first 3 rounds having 2 players in the same team, don't you?
Oh, who do I got on the same team?
Wait for it to click.
Julio and Devontae Freeman.
There it is. I was
Just
waiting
something.
for it. Hey, he gets the
That's
high-powered
okay,
offenses,
though.
though.
That's fine.
It's okay.
The
It's
Atlanta
not-
offense is going to be
Exactly. You're going to have all that
fantastic this
volume
year.
right there. Same with Minnesota in the last draft. It's okay to stack these good offenses, and you're getting
I got
2
no
of their...
problem with that stack right
No,
there.
and the team, if Gurley's knee is okay, and if Sonny Michelle is fine, Sonny Michelle has weekly touchdown upside. This is why he's a great flex spot. And Gurley, he can still be running back top 12 running back in fantasy, even with the arthritis in his knee.
Could be.
And then Julio Jones, very potential to be the number 1 wide receiver in the league this year. And Kenny Galladay's going to get more volume. So I like the team. I like to start right there.
I got
And
two
then-
guys on the same team now.
And then rounding up the
Paulie, stop giving me these beers.
rounding up the back end of the draft.
These are a little stronger
Hey.
now.
Hey, look, I really like my team again this year. Tom always hates my team. But, hey, I have 3 wide receivers. I love my wide receivers. I would have much rather had Diggs or Cooper, but they're not available. So you got to pick the next best PPR.
I will say this.
mayhem.
I will say this. I don't like saying it. I'm the biggest Stephon Diggs fan that you probably see in New York State, arguably. And I will say Edelman's going to have more points than Stephon Diggs this year. In
I agree with
fantasy,
you.
especially
Well, he's going to get the volume
in
there.
full
He's
point
gonna-
PPR. Yes, half
With
point.
Gronk
probably
being
closer,
gone,
but
he's
full-
going to get
yeah.
the volume.
Well, Gronk may come back.
Edelman's still the guy there.
Then my whole idea was to pound running back. But I got to tell you, my draft mates they took advantage of me here, and they put a whole bunch of good running backs in front of me. So at this point in time, I got to pick what's best available.
As we're doing this draft, is Edelman playing? Is he practicing?
He's got thumb surgery. He'll be back, but it's only July.
Thumb?
It is
Thumb?
July. Right now, we're recording it. It is
Don't
July
you need your
24th.
thumb to catch the ball, right?
Yeah, but it's only July 24th. He's got another month and a half.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
So he'll be fine. We're going to resume the draft right now. Bart, you were up at the start of the 6th round. You took Evan Ingram last pick of the 5th round. Who are you taking here at the start of the 6th?
I got to tell you, I'm really forced to take a quarterback or a.
Are you, though? All right, so right now available, it's Aaron Rodgers,
Take another
Deshaun
wide
Watson,
receiver.
Baker Mayfield, Matt Ryan. Then after that, I see a little bit of a tier break. But he's at the 12th spot, so he has to wait 24 picks
So
for it
you
to
know
get
what?
back. So
I got to take the quarterback
another
that I really
receiver.
think is going to be the number 1 quarterback in the league. I'm taking Deshaun Watson.
this is my co-owner. Deshaun Watson, number 1 this year. You don't think so? Who do you think the number 1 quarterback is this year? Let's
right
go in
there,
order.
if you're
I'm
gonna-
saying Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback in fantasy this year.
There's no.
Bart goes Deshaun Watson number 1. Dad, who's your number 1 quarterback this year?
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck's number 1 for you?
I'm going to take Andrew Luck, but I would 100% took Aaron Rodgers over Deshaun Watson right there.
I don't. They're both. You mean obviously you can't go wrong with either one.
I
Look
would
at
have
Aaron Rodgers' stats.
Yes.
I would have
Unless
taken
he's
a
been
running back
hurt.
right there.
He's been the top 5 every single year. Oh, I'm up.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson's got the
Why,
rushing
why
floor.
are you rushing me, Justin?
I would have taken a
Good time,
running
man.
back there because he's got 24 spots to wait for a next pick. And
Yeah, but there's
They're
no one
getting-
else stands up to me
they're
though.
getting
There's Tariq
thin.
Cohen, Coleman, Miller, Henderson. You can wait and get a Miles Sanders next round possibly, unless someone
Well,
named
let's see.
me takes him.
I got to take a risk.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the thing
gamble
about
of taking three.
Being
three
at
running back-
being
three
at
wide
the
receivers.
1 or 12 spot, you have to take risks, and then they could pay off or they could hurt you. I've seen both happen.
So I have a question. If I take Tyreek Cohen there, is that a better pick than Deshaun Watson?
I say no.
I would
no, it isn't. So there's the dilemma I have.
I understand it.
Aaron Rodgers is better, though.
Deshaun
No, I
Watson-
disagree with you because Aaron Rodgers came in way further back this year. Deshaun Watson's never had 12 or 16 games with Deshaun Hopkins and Will Fuller and
Hold on.
Keith Guti.
Hold on a second.
So there you
What round
go.
are we're in the 6th round.
6th round for Deshaun Watson is about fair pricing. I don't mind it. Tariq Cohen went after you, then Dante Pettis, then Baker Mayfield went. Tom took Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown upside is definitely there. Then Tevin Coleman, followed by Robbie Anderson, Tyler Boyd, and then Bob took Hunter Henry. I'm on the board here in the 6th round, and I see a wide receiver with top 12 potential on the board.
Sammy Watkins.
No, it's Christian Kirk. He's in that offense. He's going to run
I love
plays.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk this year is my wide receiver 4. I'm loving my team so far. Follow me on Darius Geist. Dad, you are on the clock. Sammy Watkins is still there. Cam Newton's still there. We're going to see what my dad does. Let's see.
Now, I'm going to get my tight end out of the way here. Once again, this
You have a
spot.
what?
Once
What?
again, this spot here,
Reach around.
6, 7. I do not like the number 1 pick at all.
It makes
Stop complaining. Come on.
I am going to take Jared Cook right here and get my tight end out of the way because I really love him going to New Orleans with Drew Brees throwing to him.
All right, and who are you following here to start the 7th round?
Starting the 7th round, I am looking. If I was to take a quarterback right here, I would take Rodgers, but I usually wait on a quarterback. So if I were to take a wide receiver, you got Robinson, Watkins, Fuller.
I'm going to do the wait on quarterback strat this draft. So
I'm going to take Will Fuller and say he doesn't get hurt.
Well, that's you talked to Matthew Betts. We have an episode, one of our most recent episodes, labeled Odell Beckham is not injury
Yeah,
prone, and we
that's
talked
okay.
about all these players coming up injury. Talked about Will
He
Fuller.
could be
We
a
talked-
hit through the ballpark or he could be a failure. He could be
Yeah.
either way. So I'll take my chance.
You can
right
see
there.
the PT's outlook, Matthew Betts. You can see his outlook on what Will Fuller, how his knee's going to be doing. We also talked about all these guys who got injured last year. Odell Beckham. We talked about Todd Gurley's knee. We talked about Dalvin Cook coming back, so we'll check that out. Following Will Fuller went Rashad Penny. I'm sitting here, and I see a little bit of a tier gap with the wide receivers that are coming up soon. I already have elite running backs, and Aaron Rodgers still on the board, but I'm not going quarterback or tight end here because like Eric Ebron, McDonald, Njoku, Hooper. I'm just going to wait it out. I'm going to take Allen Robinson as my wide receiver 5, and I don't mind that at all. He has the potential to possibly be that guy for Trubisky. When Trubisky's in, he does look his way a lot, and that is my 5th wide receiver in a row after pounding running back the first 2 rounds. I do like my team so far. Bob is on the clock. We're going to see what he does. Sammy Watkins, he knows what he's doing, Tom. He took Sammy Watkins.
So, you know what? You talked about your PT guy that you had on there and stuff, and the one thing I did listen to him when he said, which a guy I love, which now listening to him talk scares the crap out of me, is AJ Green. The injury, the re-injuring the foot and stuff like that it's scary.
Every
stuff.
step you take, especially being in the NFL
stuff. So,
athlete.
you know what?
He did say he gets
just by
110%,
listening to that,
no
it's
matter
almost
what.
like I'm almost guaranteed not to take AJ Green in any of the drafts.
Yeah, it's risky, and I like AJ Green as a player.
I love
always
AJ
have,
Green,
but
that
what Matthew Betts
was
said about AJ Green, go check out the episode. It does make you a little worrisome about his toe, and it's more serious than
that
what
was
you
some
think
good
it is.
info.
We got listeners of the podcast on this show. That's what happens. You live near us, you get on the show.
PT, everyone wants to hear what he has to say because he knows
Good.
the players, the injuries. So,
All right, so it's my pick. So, you know what? Let's see. Where are we gonna? I'm gonna go with old man Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald here. I don't know what wide receiver it is off the board, but it's not a bad pick at all. Then Darrell Henderson, Latavius Murray, Miles Sanders, 3 running backs that
Oh my goodness!
just got sniped on Bart. This is why the 12 pick kind of sucks because you have to wait and wait and wait. So what do you do now as a draft? You're on the board in your real draft right here. You see 3 players you want to get sniped.
This is simple.
How do you?
So this is simple. So you pick. I need running backs.
Yep.
There's no question about it.
Yep.
I'm taking Royce Freeman, who I absolutely love. I would have taken Miles Sanders the pick before, but you know what? He's no longer available. So I take Rojo.
Yep.
Right, Tommy? Rojo!
Gotta take Rojo.
and
right
Royce
there.
Freeman.
He's the number 1 running back.
Those are good picks right there for a 0 RB strat, especially as running back 2 behind Derrick Henry. Following you at Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Vance McDonald. Tom, you are back on the clock. What are you looking at here? Quarterbacks?
It is kind of looking at quarterbacks, and you know what? You got Carson Wentz. You guys all love you some Kyle Murray.
It's
not
hard.
Picking,
Have you?
I'm not picking Kyler Murray this year. So
You're not.
my
Why
mind
not?
is
Why?
It's going to be between Carson Wentz and my man Cam. And I love me some Cam Newton, so I'm going to take Cam.
Cam Newton, number 1.
I'm going to take him.
Cam Newton, the guy who took Cam Newton. It's amazing.
I love Cam Newton. Cam Newton. I love number 1.
So, we're sitting here on the board. Following Cam Newton with Kareem Hunt, Carson Wentz, Sterling Shepard. Bob is on the clock. If he takes another quarterback, I'm going to be very, very mad right here. And
he wouldn't do that.
Take
would
a
he?
quarterback, Bobby.
he's probably going
He
to take
wouldn't
Marvin
take a
Jones
quarterback.
right here. I could see him taking Marvin Jones. He has 2 wide receivers. He needs another wide receiver. Geronimo Allison
He
he
wouldn't
took.
take him.
So, I'm on the board. I could take Marvin Jones as my wide receiver 6. I'm not going to do that. I'm looking at running backs here. I already have 2 solid ones. I don't see one that I want to take. And tight end, I see Njoku, Hooper. I'm not liking either of those, really. So, I'm going to take a guy who I think, like I said the last episode, could be a quarterback 1 in fantasy. And that's Kyler Murray. I'll stack it up with Christian Kirk, too. So, give me that stack. So, Kyler Murray off the board and Jordan Howard. Dad, you are on the clock. What are you looking at here?
Well, I'm looking at quarterbacks. I like Jared Goff in this position here, but I also like Winston.
Do you like Jared Goff because his name sounds like golf?
No, I just think the Rams' offense is just. I'm taking Jared Goff right here.
Jared Goff over Russell Wilson.
Yes, that offense is just.
And then you went Jameis Winston?
No.
You're back on the clock. Jared Goff. Who you taking after Jared Goff?
Who you taking after Jared?
You're a good.
Don't
son.
underestimate
You're a
him.
good son.
I'm taking Marvin Jones right here.
Marvin Jones, the guy you're talking about, and Corey Davis, and I'm up on the clock.
Oh yeah, you did.
And Austin Eckler's on the board. Wide receivers, D.D. Westbrook, Cortland Sutton, Marquez Valdez-Scantling I like a lot. And I'm going to take the tight ends. Is Austin Hooper's available. I see a tier gap after Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper's off the board as 9th round. I think he would be a top 8 tight end this year. People are underrating him. You know, he had 71 catches last year. Took Geronimo Allison last round. Should take Marquez Valdez-Scantling here to lock it up. But he may take Golden Tate or DK
So I'm
Metcalf.
only taking 2 players on the same team.
But if you're trying to lock up that number 2 wide receiver,
I just I
You
don't
be
do
the
that.
jack off, Ollie.
No, I don't. I don't like this. Golf. Golf is going to be good. Don't underestimate him.
Golf is going to
The
be
Rams is another potent offense. If you wait on a quarterback, you get him in the 8th round.
News just came out. Breaking news on the podcast. Bruce Arians quoted, "Godwin will never come off the field." That makes my 5th round pick look a lot better right there. I love Chris Godwin. Ooh, Arians, I love you. Very fancy-friendly offensive mind coach.
I love Godwin there to show myself.
Bob went Austin Eckler. Following that one, LaShawn McCoy, David Njoku, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Tom, you are back on the clock. We have 4 rounds left to go, not including this round, after this round.
This would be interesting because I don't see anyone jumping out at me right here in this spot.
I don't see anybody jumping onto me either, so you know what? So I'm gonna grab both of my quarterbacks, and you gotta have 2 quarterbacks, throughout the whole league. So you know what? I'm gonna grab both of them right now.
Sutton followed the Russell Wilson pick, then N'Keal Harry, Deonta Foreman. Bart, you still going running back here? What's your thought process?
Yeah, so I like Tommy's thought because everything else is kind of very muted as far as the wide receiver position. I'm looking at D.D. Westbrook, Golden Tate, DK Metcalf, Kiti Kuti. And so I got to tell you, I'm a truther.
Did you just say you like what Tom was thinking?
So I'm taking Damian Harris here because I really believe the guy is a rookie. And then the question is going to be, what do I do from here? I'm not crazy about any of the wide receivers, and I'm with Tom. I'm going to back up my quarterback with Jameis Winston.
Not a bad idea. I don't know. I'm not the strongest guy in backing up a stud and Deshaun Watson, but I see the thought process behind it. Following you and Jalen Samuels, D.D. Westbrook, Kiki Kuti. Tom, you're back on the clock. How's that Swedish fish?
Swedish fish are awesome.
That's the bold take on today's Swedish fish.
Thanks for supplying the Swedish fish.
Swedish fish? Who are you looking at here?
I don't know. I'm kind of looking at best player available now. I need the tight end, so I should probably look at that. Oh my God, the tight end looks horrendous.
I see a couple guys I still like a tight end.
Oh, all right. Well, you know what?
Probably wait it out a little.
I could probably wait it out, so I'm gonna probably do that. Let's see. I'm gonna go a little Adrian Peterson.
Oh, my dad loves Adrian Peterson.
It's not letting me make a pick for whatever reason. So
he's the starter in Washington, baby.
Peterson off
That's
the board.
a great pick in the 10th round.
Refresh it. Peterson off the board, then Metcalf, then Carlos Hyde, then Jerick McKinnon. Bob is on the clock here. Curtis Samuel still on the board. James Washington. He took Golden Tate. Predictable. I'm going to take my 7th wide receiver in this draft. I still have 2 running backs on my team, but that's okay. Curtis Samuel. That's a great wide receiver 7 right there. 6 right there, I should say. Then Philip Rivers went. Dad, you're back on the clock. What are you looking at here?
I have 3 running backs, so I'm going to take a running back right here. And I do like Ito Smith. I like Chris Thompson late, and I like Matt Breida. But the pick right here would be Ito Smith.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Okay.
What about the other guy behind him, Brian Hill?
Got 3 guys behind Freeman that could make up for about 20 to 30% of the carries this year.
I think Ito Smith is more of a passing down back. I think he's going to get a lot of work in the passing game.
We'll see. It's not, you can lock it up and take both.
Don't you like Devontae Freeman?
I do like Devontae.
My dad likes Devontae Freeman, and that's how you know it's
but
not
he's
good.
not available. Smart guy, Tom, maybe.
Wow!
Oh!
Save that clip!
He took him when a lot of guys were against him, but I do like Freeman. Now, I'm also going to take, right here, I'm going to take my wide receiver who I love this year, Deshaun Jackson.
My dad already talked about Deshaun Jackson, took him
talked about him
in
in
both
the past.
drafts. James Washington followed the Deshaun Jackson pick. I'm on the board here. You got running backs. I need running backs now. Alexander Madison, no, I'm not really a big fan of him. Peyton Barber, he was somehow 9th in the league in carries last year. Naheem Hines, Devin Singletary, Deion Lewis, Chris Thompson, Matt Breida. I'm going to take Justice Hill, though. He should be a good pass catcher in Baltimore, and you can see him being used on the field and hopefully get some more touches as the season goes on. And as my running back 3 behind 2 studs, I'm not really worried about it because I have wide receivers from my flex position every single week. TJ Hawkinson went at the 11th pick, and that's his 2nd tight end. We have 2 rounds left after this round. Peyton Barber, then Tom Brady, Big Ben. And Tom, you're back on the clock. What are you looking at here?
Well, so far I'm kind of balancing it out pretty decent. So I guess now I gotta start filling out the team. You know what? If Greg Olson's foot can hold up, which it is hope and a dream.
No,
But
there's a
I'm
report. He said
Bravo.
yesterday he's 100%. He said he's 100% for a
Yeah,
couple
but
months now.
anytime you got a foot injury, that
Yeah,
could be...
but Greg Olson is a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Has anybody watched the show there on Netflix?
All or Nothing?
All or Nothing.
It's a great
on
show.
Amazon?
If you guys like football,
Great show.
Even if you're not a Panthers fan, I definitely recommend go checking that out. If you have an Amazon Prime account, it's a really fun watch. And it's their 4th year doing it, and they're doing the Carolina Panthers. And definitely recommend it.
Neat inside information, like how he come hobbling off the field with his foot and stuff. It was
Yeah.
good show.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Dante Moncrief followed. Greg Olson picked in Emmanuel Sanders and Paris Campbell. Bart, who are you looking at here?
So I love the fact at the turnaround here, not wraparound. Then I eliminated the quarterback position.
Same thing.
Well, okay. Well, to you maybe they're the same thing, but not to me.
Dance, Paulie,
there you
dance.
So the whole idea here is getting rid of the quarterback position. I really feel like I'm in an advantage. I do not like what I have available at running back. Alexander Madison, Naheem Hines, Devin Singletary. So I love the wide receiver position. I'm going Tyrell Williams, and then I'm going to back that up with Devontae Parker. So 2 upside guys.
It's about 2 upside guys when you get to this round. It's all about upside. Following you and Alexander Madison and Dak Prescott, Jimmy Garoppolo. Tom, you're back on the clock. What are you looking at here?
Oh, well, let's just keep kind of balancing the team. Just start picking best available. So, let's see here. I think I'm going to go with the little pass catcher there in Indianapolis, Naeem Hines.
There you go. Not a bad pick. Good offense. Pass catching back there.
Nothing. Everybody else hated it, I guess.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I mean, it's a little... it's not the best pick. There's a running back I like more who I'm going to take.
Pick.
So following you went
It's
Anthony
a
Miller,
boring pick.
then Deion Lewis, Devin
Boring.
Funchess, Lamar Jackson. I'm taking Matt Breida, who you should have took, but you didn't. It's okay, thank you. And then Kyle Rudolph followed me. Dad, you're up.
Well, I got to take my second quarterback and come in here.
Last 2 picks right here.
Come in here in the 12th round. Kirk Cousins is staring at me. That's a fantastic pick in the 12th round, that late in the draft. So to balance my team out, I'm going to just take another tight end for bye week purposes. You're looking at Walker, Burton, Jimmy Graham, my boy Jimmy Graham, Jack Doyle, Andrews, Reed. I am taking a shot again this year like I did last year on Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed is your pick right there. Marquise Brown. I could take a backup quarterback with Kyler Murray, but since we're only doing a 5-bench team, I would take Mr. Trubisky right here if I was taking a backup quarterback, but I'm not worried about it right now.
14.
And the tight end, I'm going to take to back it up. I really like Mark Andrews this year. I think he can lead the team in yards. He had over 500 yards last year, and they're not going to be that much of a passing offense with Lamar Jackson there because they're going to run the ball a lot. But, hey, I think Mark Andrews showed promise in his rookie year last year, and he's definitely in tune for more targets this year. So I took Mark Andrews with my last pick of the draft. And Bob is on the clock. We'll see who he takes right here. Michael Gallup, Cowboys fan. That's a good pick right there. He's definitely going to be in tune for more targets this year. Jock Doyle followed him, and Devin Singletary, Nicole Hardman. Tom, you're on the clock. Last round pick. What are you looking at here?
Last round, huh? Well, I'm gonna grab that little jackknife. Bart, you know what I'm talking about?
Rexy.
Rexy, baby!
Sexy Rexy off the board. And Delaney Walker, Jimmy Graham finally went. And then Deshaun Hamilton. Bart, last pick of the draft. Who are you looking at here?
You know, when I'm looking at some kind of upside for last round players, I'm looking at running backs, and there's a guy in San Diego who has a chance if Melvin Gordon kind of poops the bed and decides to be an
If you
idiot.
weren't going to go Justin Jackson, who would you go here? Let's say that.
Well, all right, so Chris Thompson makes the most sense, to be honest with you. It's kind of a no-brainer, but the guy's injury prone. I always look at this point in the draft, I hopefully don't need a running back that's going to play. I think Balaj, Duke Johnson are the guys to go with. So I'm going to go with Justin Jackson anyways.
There you go. I think Duke Johnson's interesting right there, especially this early in the year. He could get traded to Tampa Bay, which would be really, really cool because they don't have a pass-catching back. And that's why Duke Johnson would fit in great there. That's just my opinion.
But it's only 14 rounds, so you can only do so much.
So that's going to do it for a draft today. We're going to start by doing the roster grades. We'll start with the number 1 pick. My dad.
Paulie Love!
Starting lineup is going to consist.
You know, I will say I did not like the number 1 spot, but I don't have an overly bad team right here at that 1 spot.
Overly bad? Is that the way you described your team?
Yeah.
Overly bad?
After a couple beers.
All right, so your
Somebody
team,
read it
your
to
starting
that.
lineup is consisting of Jared Goff, Saquon Barkley, Damian Williams, T.Y. Hilton, Tyler Lockett, Jared Cook, James White, Will Fuller. Then on the bench, you have Marvin Jones, Ito Smith, Deshaun Jackson, Kirk Cousins, and Jordan Reed.
My bench is
Tom,
really good.
what's your thoughts about this team?
Can you remind me, Justin, what's the starting requirements that we got again?
1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, and 2 flex.
2 flex.
2 flex.
So it's getting. I mean, it's 14 rounds. It gets a little thin. There's a lot of ifs there. So
Jared Goff's a solid starting quarterback in a one
Yep.
quarterback league. It's not, he's got good weapons to go to. Saquon Barkley's best talented running back in the league, I personally think. You say the way he runs. Williams, good offense, has upside. Not a sure bet because he's small sample size, but you can't deny the upside's there.
He did fantastic at the end of last year. He's going to be good this year.
T.Y. Hilton,
Sweet.
yard monster, jersey giveaway
Jersey,
guy.
dude.
That's a good pick right there. And then Tyler Lockett, I
That's
love
'cause
Tyler Lockett this year.
I'm getting a jersey.
Then Jared Cook followed that, and your flex spots worry me. I'm not gonna lie. 2 flex spots. James White. It's gonna be harder to pick the weeks he's gonna get more targets.
like
'cause
James
Bill,
White?
I don't like James White in the 4th round. No, I do not.
It's going to be your
Look at
loss.
Fuller and Jones, too, right?
Yeah, Fuller and Jones you put in there, but Fuller's never a safe bet for every week. When he does play, he does go off. But he's week 8 he tore that ACL and hasn't had a full year to recover. Bart, what's your thoughts about this team?
I like the team. If I look at it, I see Paulie's rationale. At the beginning of the draft, it's hard to go ahead and pick players where you have to kind of guess where you're going to go. I think this is a really solid team. I give him a B+.
Nice.
Tom, Tom just gave him the look like, are you serious?
Yeah, well, I'm a
Well,
generous grader.
You
Tom
are
goes ahead
generous.
and poops on
That's
it.
not a B+ team.
I'm
What?
generous.
B+ is not
Tom,
a B+.
Be honest.
That is a good team.
You can edit this.
I would
All
get.
right,
I
you
would.
gotta, I'd go freaking. I'd give you a B-.
I give him.
wouldn't go B+.
I give him a B- too. It's a good team though. I'm not,
okay with a B-. I'm
No,
okay with a
what's the
B-.
negative here, then?
The negative
What's the
here is
negative?
the flex spots. You're telling me, we're going to compare the other teams in a second, but if you
Okay.
can look at the other team's flex spots, his flex spots are weaker than other teams, but I
Okay.
do like his
I'm
other than
all
that,
in, but I don't think his flex spots are that bad.
All right, we're going to compare it to some good flex spots here.
Oh, here we
And
go.
my team,
Sure.
I'm going to have someone else read it off because I can't.
What was that?
That's my chair.
That wasn't a chair.
All right, so
All right. You know what, Justin? I'm going to stand corrected because if I look at your team, you're going to go ahead and you're going to roll with Kyler Murray, so you're going to be quarterback. You're going to start Ezekiel Elliott, Nick Chubb every week. And then your 2 wide receivers are going to be Adam Thielen and Robert Woods. And you're going to roll with your flexes as Chris Godwin, Christian Kirk, or Allen Robinson. That's pretty amazing. That's an AA plus team. That's a pretty nice team right now. The only kind of other than the odor in the room, the only other issue that we have here is
A plus again?
A plus. That's a great team.
He's an A+. He's got 2 running backs, dude.
yeah, look what the 2 running backs are. And I'm gonna
Oh
be
my
playing
God,
wide
God.
receivers.
This
I'm
is-
gonna be playing wide receivers every single
How
week.
many games do we got to play throughout the year? You tell me you're going to roll with Justice Hill and Matt Breida after that?
What are you
Come
talking
on,
about?
dude.
What are you talking about?
That's not
Oh
an
my
A.
goodness gracious!
What are you talking
Sure,
about?
the first 2 are great.
Exactly. Why do I have to start more than 2 running backs? I have 6
It
stud
is
wide
sick.
receivers.
You're 1 injury away
We're
from
talking
disaster.
about. We're talking
No,
about.
but-
Zeke's
but-
going
but-
on
but
vacation.
that's the point, is
Zeke's
that-
going out in the country on vacation, so you know what? He might not even play. Now
And
let's grade your team without Zeke,
Well, then take away my first round pick.
right? Don't pick Zeke there because you know what? He's in freaking. He's off having a Mai Tai somewhere, running on the beach.
All right, so give me Alvin Kamara instead.
Your wide receivers are fantastic. I'm going to give you a B. That's
Oh
not
my
an A.
God,
That's not an
Paulie.
A with his running backs. That's not an A.
It's not.
It's not an A with his running
not
backs.
an A.
Paulie,
No.
Paulie, there are head drops during the season, right?
But we're not talking ad drops. We're
talking about
rating
who you
his
drafted.
team, who he
And,
drafted.
and my point is that he's going to start Allen Robinson any week that he can. He's got some flexibility here. So he starts Zeke and one of the later running backs. That's not a
I'm
deficiency.
down with a B2.
That's a terrible grade.
A+ is
Terrible.
better.
No, I said AA plus because I don't think you really can do better than that.
And he's only got 1 quarterback.
Yeah, it's a 1 quarterback league.
It's a one quarterback.
And
Yeah, the bye week is
I even
screwed.
said I was taking a bench. We have 5 bench spots, so I'll pick one up
Are
on the
there
waiver
not
wire.
drops? Because if this is the best ball, you're right. he is completely a B team.
Well, yeah, it's best
But it's
ball.
not a best ball.
So when I
I'll
drafted,
let you know.
I drafted here with 13 rounds, I drafted as it was a full roster. So I took 2 quarterbacks and 2 tight ends.
Yeah, you took your
should.
second
Look at the
quarterback
theory,
and your second
which you
quarterback
should,
and your
right,
second
which you
tight end
should.
were your last 2 rounds. I could have took a quarterback and tight end there, but I didn't have to. Mitch Trubisky's still on the waiver
Bro,
wire.
you had to take
Mitch
a running back
Trubisky-
because you only got 2 on your team.
2 studs. I'm only gonna start 2 every week. I don't have to
One's
start
going to
3.
be out of the country when
All right,
the season
replace him with
starts.
Kamara then. I'm in the middle of be a B plus.
I do Duvall's team.
Bob's team.
The Chumps team.
We got Patrick Mahomes, Alvin Kamara, Philip Lindsay, Mike Evans, Sammy Watkins, Hunter Henry, Chris Carson, Geronimo Allison, Austin Eckler, Golden Tate, Michael Gallup, Lamar Jackson. Tom, what's your initial thoughts of this team? You're the hardest grader here.
I am the hardest grip, but you know what? You got so right now. Are you talking about your running backs? You got Alvin Kamara, Philip Lindsay, Chris Carson. Those are 3 good running backs.
Oh my!
They're
Oh.
not. They are
Stop.
not. They're not 3 good running backs.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna,
Why are they not?
Kamara and Elliott are not even equal, if you ask me. If you truly ask me, Elliott's a stud every single week. Kamara's great, but he's up. He's going to be volatile based on play. Who knows what Latavius Murray's going to take? And then you had Lindsey and Carson, who are great running backs. Lindsey weighs 185
Did you
pounds.
watch football last year? Did you
I
see
did.
Philip
That was
Lindsay?
last
Did you
year.
see Philip
That was
Lindsay's
last
body
year.
breakdown?
It's his first year in the league.
Yeah, he's not going to have that many carries. I can't get many touches again. You saw what happened. He got injured, and now he's still recovering from a
Did you
3
see
to
how
4.
good he was in those games he played?
All right, I will put it on
So
the
you're right. We had him.
Royce Freeman's going to have more points than Philip Lindsay this year. I'll put that on the table. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So he's got 2 running backs he can start, one or the other. All right, who else he got down there? Eckler.
Oh, you're gonna love this
whatever.
team.
Oh, there you go.
Whatever. No worry.
Carson's
Let's
good,
see.
though. Carson will get carries.
Evans and Watkins. I love Sammy Watkins. Those are 2 good guys.
And then it just falls off a cliff. Then you got Geronimo Allison.
You got a
This
C
is-
plus.
This is a C.
You got a C plus.
C plus.
C plus.
See, you got Mahomes there.
It's
Whenever you
not-
take a quarterback early,
no,
it's
it's
hard
not
to
special.
grade it because it doesn't look as pretty.
It's not
But he has
special.
Mahomes.
Not special.
Nothing special. Speaking about nothing special, Tom's team, Cam Newton, Todd Gurley, Devonta Freeman, Julio Jones teammates, Kenny Galladay, Greg Olsen, Sony Michel, Alshon Jeffrey. I see the all injury squad here. I see Jeffrey, who's not always healthy, Michelle, knee scope,
They're in
Greg
the
Olsen,
country.
broken foot, Julio Jones plays for injuries, but he's always got a foot problem. Devonta Freeman has a bad knee and 1 concussion away from being done with the NFL. Todd Gurley, arthritis, Cam Newton, bad shoulder. So, it's very risky here, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Probably a D plus. No,
Put it out there in Twitter fear. See what they say.
I will put a poll out on whose team is the best.
Well,
in
we
this
are
draft.
going to put it out, and people are going to vote.
Yeah. So Newton's a solid quarterback for starting, especially where you got him. Gurley, he's a risky pick, but could pay out mid-second round. Not bad spot for him. Freeman, good spot for him. 2 solid running backs if they're healthy. Julio Jones could be number 1 wide receiver in the NFL this year. Galladay, he's pretty good. Greg Olsen, solid when he plays. Michelle, that's a crowded backfield now. Why would they draft the running back in the 2nd round if they were confident in Michelle?
I
James
don't like
White,
the
they were
Sony
stealing there.
Michel pick.
That is a freaking
Alshon
powerhouse
Jeffrey.
team.
Alshon Jeffrey has upside too. I'm giving this roster a C plus.
You have to be a hater because that is the best team so far.
Nah.
There is no doubt
All right,
about it.
let's hear
All
what
right,
other people
everybody.
say.
Everybody's going to
There
have
is
to...
no doubt
Let's
about it.
hear
That
what
team
Bart-
is solid as hell.
So, I mean, the interesting thing, if you ask me about all mock drafts, is you can see the logic in what people do. And here you go. Julio Jones, Kenny Galladay, Alshon Jeffrey. 3 really reputable wide receivers. And he's going to back it up with Larry Fitzgerald. The problem I have is that at wide receiver or running back, he's got Todd Gurley, Devontae Freeman, Sony Michel. Sony Michel, I can see the upside, a little bit of a risk. Quarterback, he's solid at Cam Newton and Russell Wilson, Adrian Peterson to back up all those guys. I actually think I like Tom's team better than most of the other guys.
Forget about
I
Sony
think he's a
Michel.
BB
He
minus.
got
I
Peterson
see
in
the
the
logic.
10th round as a starter.
I'll give you a B minus.
I see the logic in the team.
A B's a B.
You know what?
You said
gonna-
most other teams.
Yeah,
it's not
separate.
better than Justin's team.
No, Justin
You
seems by
fucking-
far so far is the best
you
team.
freaking sandbag me.
Unquestionably, I draft
Yeah.
Justin's team right now.
Yeah,
All right, Dad, what's your thoughts about this team?
got good hair. That's why Justin's got good hair.
Well, Dad, what do you think about this team? What are you giving it? B- is the consensus right now. What's your thoughts about it?
B minus.
We'll give you a B. We'll give you a B, Tom.
Give me a B.
You're better than my dad.
It's not a bad team.
All right, now Bart's
Like I
team.
said, he's got Adrian Peterson in the 10th round who could be a starter over Sony
In a
Michel.
really bad
That's not
offense.
No, well, it doesn't matter. He's still a starter.
I got Rex Burkhead in the
You're getting
last
That's the
round.
steal of the draft.
You're getting a starting running back in the 10th round.
What?
He's getting a starting running back in the 10th round.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I got to start running back in the last round.
Oh,
You took
no,
Sony
that's
Michel.
not-
Boom.
So you took a backup running back in the 4th?
That's right. One of the two of them will have
Hold on,
all the
hold on,
points.
just for the record. So he's a starting running back. Did you see Adrian Peterson run the ball last year?
Okay.
He
He
ran
looked
good.
terrible.
What
He
are you
looked
talking
terrible.
about?
He was
Oh
terrible.
my God!
No.
You
He had a 95-yard. He ran for like 120
Justin, look up
yards.
Adrian Peterson's stats.
Look it up.
Please,
'Cause
please
Bart-
look up Adrian Peterson's stats.
Stats are not what they look like. I'm just telling
Okay,
you.
please look up his fantasy points then.
Bart is wrong on this one. I can't believe I'm siding with Tom, but Bart is wrong with this one.
My dad loves Adrian Peterson. So we're gonna go through Adrian Peterson.
Father.
Wait, we're gonna go through Adrian Peterson's game log real quick. He had 1,000 yards last year. That's very true. Week 1, 96 yards. Week 2, 20 yards. Week 3, 120. Bye week, week 4. Week 5, 6 yards.
Just keep
Week
going
6,
toward the end of the
97.
season.
Then he had 99. Then 149. So he's doing pretty good.
49,
Then week
99.
9, 17. Then 68. Then 51, 35, 98. End of the season time. Playoffs. Week 1 playoffs. 16 total yards. 51 the week after that. And then if you somehow still won those 2 playoff games with him doing that bad, 119 last week of the season. So very inconsistent. And now you got Geist. They drafted Bryce Love. Chris Thompson's back. I just don't see the volume being there. And they're not going to be in red zone a lot because they're bad.
You know, when we do fantasy, when they catch the ball, they get points too, right?
So Chris Thompson's
It's
healthy.
just
You just
nothing-
hurt yourself.
You just read off like rushing yards and stuff.
Oh, I did. You're right. Let's
just
go
hurt
back
me.
to the
Let's
receiver.
go. Let's go. Who's
You
last?
just hurt me.
We
All
gotta go
right,
to the B-Tag team.
week 1, 2 catches. Week
All right,
two,
forget
3
about
catches.
Adrian Peterson.
Then week 5, 2 catches, 0. 1, 1, 3, 2, 0, 2,
Fell
0.
out of chair.
1, 2, 1. Max catches in a game was 3 last year. No, max catches in the game
You
last
see my
year
chair? Go
was
back.
3. 3 catches last year was max. That's it. All right, let's go to Bart's team. Last but not least, 0 RB squad. So
So I get to defend myself here a little bit because I'm like Paulie, drafting at the end of a draft. There's some positives and negatives here.
Can't go up
I like my team, but there's definitely going to be glaring deficiencies.
it's what happens when you don't go for a balanced approach and you have a really strong suit in one. It does get overlooked, but you're going to make up for points because of the studs you have at wide receiver. So your team is Deshaun Watson, who I think is going to be top 3 quarterback this year. Derrick Henry possibly could lead the league in carries. Royce Freeman, he's going to get more work this year and did well last year when he did have the carries. Then your wide receivers, Michael Thomas, Juju Smith-Schuster, best wide receiver core in the league in this 12-team league. Then Evan Ingram's a solid tight end. Julian Edelman's top 15 this year, especially with the target floor he has every week. Ronald Jones, Tom thinks is a starter, and so does my dad. So people are high on him. We'll see how he does. Then you have Damian Harris, who's going to probably take some carries in that backfield because Sony Michel can't stay on the field. And then Winston's a solid backup quarterback. Then he has my dad's dude, Tyrell Williams, Devontae Parker, and then possibly the starter, depending on what Melvin Gordon does, and Justin Jackson. This is a solid team, especially because you consider that he did go 0 RB. I give it a BB+. Tom, what are you going to say about this?
Listen to 2 of you guys sitting right next
What's
to each
up?
other. You know,
Well,
great
what's your thoughts on
A
this?
plus, B plus. What do you give them, Paul? Come on. Let's
Yeah.
grade their team.
Hammer
Really,
me. Hammer me.
They've been over there
Hammer me,
freaking
Paul.
stroking each other the
I
whole
love his
draft. So.
I don't like the front of the draft. I don't like the back of the draft. But his 3 wide receivers starting off the bat is
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's good.
Then he got Derrick Henry, who could be in for a big run this year, so I don't mind that at all. Evan Ingram as his tight end in the 5th round. I like that pick. Watson is a stud no matter how you look at it. Freeman, I believe he's going to be the best back in that backfield this year, even though it's probably going to be more of a timeshare, but I do think he's going to be
It will be a timeshare,
the
100%.
best back. Ronald Jones, I mean, he hasn't impressed me yet. That could be a hit or miss. He could be a dud or he could be fantastic by what they're saying, but he's yet to prove it. Harris, I think he's got a good team here. I like the team.
What are you giving it? Rate it. Come on. 3, 2.
I give it a B.
Yeah.
I don't give an A.
I'll give it a
I don't
B.
give an A to anybody. So
Taking Derrick Henry is like taking Damian
Yeah.
Williams.
What are you going to do?
Just because
when
they
you
were
go-
good one year doesn't mean they're
He
going to
wasn't,
be
even,
good.
he wasn't even good last year. He was good for the last 4 games last year.
don't forget he's got Tyrell Williams
He's
in the
going to
11th
get
round,
volume
which
this
is
year. He's gonna have to-
fantastic.
in 0 RB approach, you want a running back that's going to get you points every week, and he should get at least 15 carries every week. You think? and he's got the upside and offensive line to do it. And zero RB is a very tough draft to do because you're putting yourself at a weak point. So he got upside running backs later in the draft, such as Royce Freeman.
Was he tasked with a zero running back?
He decided to do it. Try it out. It's a mock draft. He tried it out. It's a mock draft.
I'm not passing
So-
on Edelman.
Okay.
I'm not passing on
So-
Edelman. What would I take? Tom, if you were my team, what would you pick? Instead of Edelman at the 2-3 turn, what would you pick?
You got to understand.
Would you have picked Devontae Freeman in front of Edelman?
He did.
Edelman's going to get the volume there.
I took Devontae.
Oh, you
Freeman.
did. Sorry.
Yeah.
100%.
Would
So-
you have taken
I don't know.
Ingram, I would maybe
Where you were,
Josh
you could-
Jacobs,
Josh
Mark
Jacobs, and-
Ingram,
yeah,
David Montgomery, Kerryon Johnson, Philip Lindsay, James White? No.
probably not those guys.
No.
It's tough, but we're gonna put the rosters. You guys can see them yourself in the
Oh, my
description
goodness.
below,
This is terrible.
and you can grade them. And then you also
We'll let the people decide.
I'll put it on Twitter. I'll put a poll out. We'll see who had the
what they
best
come
team
back
in,
with.
in both drafts. The rankings show me having the best team because I do have the best team, but people aren't
Really?
gonna like it because it's not balanced. But hey, I'll take Zeke and Chubb over any two running backs.
Team's only good because
When Tom wins, what does he get?
When Tom wins, he gets a big high five. He needs one of those, and they'll pick me up. And my dad can help you out with that. But my Twitter's at FatherSonFF, and then
Hair.
at JustinFSFF. Just go follow it there. We have T.Y. Hilton jersey giveaway.
Don't
Make sure
forget
you go
that
to
T.Y. Hilton jersey. You
Listener
don't want me
link
to
in the
open it
description
up.
below. And
Thanks for having
make
us,
sure you
guys.
Subscribe
Yeah,
if you're
thank you,
new.
guys.
You're welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come. This was a lot of fun.